our bigs did a great job. They played physical from the jump. They took the challenge. I thought a lot of our wings, our guards as well, did a good job of digging and just making them feel our presence. He spinning into two guys, and it was just a lot of activity out there. But we got to give a lot of the credit to our bigs for how physical they played. They challenged shots. They took fouls when they needed to. But they just did a great job. That gave us a chance to win the game.
It seemed like you were really aggressive early, attacking the rim, getting the ball to guys. Myers was saying that you were kind of on the team. They just played double overtime. Can you talk about the message you kind of gave to the team early and Tony said?
Yeah, we all watched the game last night. It was a double overtime game. I was texting G, I was texting CJ, I was texting Tim. Ed, we all just kind of, just separately was having like separate conversations because we was all watching the same thing. And, I saw that I knew they were going to be tired. It was a lot of minutes. I knew they would get here late. And, we were ready. So I told everybody we got to run them. We got to push the ball. We got to make them work on the defensive end of the floor and then push it right back at them. And, eventually we'll have a chance to wear them out. And I thought in the second half of the game we did that.
7 double figures tonight. How big is that balance, taking some of the scoring load off you and CJ?
It's huge. I think it's, when we play defense the way we did tonight, we get out in transition. We move the ball, we find an open man, and it works out that way. But I think because of, the fact we didn't have to play a lot in the half court like we usually do, it made it a more balanced game.
You're in 8th now. How does that sound?
It sounds good today, but everybody in here would like to stay in that spot. Maybe move up. So, we just got to stick with it. You can't act like we made the playoffs just because if it started today we'll be in them.
What do you think about Myers? What are you battling down there?
I told him that's what it has to be. I'm taking Myers 7 days out the week being that physical over him, being passive. I'd rather him going there aggressive and, welcome that challenge instead of him getting bullied. So that was a huge part of why we was able to get it done. So, that's what we want from him.